That church that's not spotted, Lord, I want to be ready. But I know judgment starts right down here.
Yes.
People are walking around with strange ideas about what they think God is going for today. Folk are doing stuff in apostolic churches they've never done before. They're getting up and they're saying things, and then they turn around and contradict the very things that they said. How you going to tell me to yank that woman up out of there and make her drag her up out of there and she stay out of sin, and then turn around and tell me that woman over there is the leader of the congregation? It just don't fit. The man can yank her out of the house, but he's following her in the church. It don't fit. I don't care just because it's your cousin and two of your mom and them best friends. It don't make it biblical. And now because we've adopted that this is the way that the world is moving, it must be right because it's meeting less resistance today than we ought to go the way that the waves are taking us, but it's taking us further away from God. Now we don't just have women trying to lead congregations. We got women who've been twice married doing the same thing. They left town for a little while, came back around, and now they running churches. You telling me that's okay with God? I'm telling you not so. Because he that married a woman and put her away causes her to commit adultery when she marries somebody else. So you mean to tell me God is calling the adulterer to lead churches now? It ain't just the women, it's the men too. We got preachers taking over churches. They done had 1, 2, not 3, but 4 wives. And they had that in holiness. It don't fit up in here. Up in here it don't fit. 1 Corinthians chapter number 7. This is just extra information for those who want to share with somebody who's living in adultery that is only one to a customer. See, it's good to tell this to folk who are still on their first wife so that they'll know before they go get that second one that you're going to be in sin before you go out there. See, a lot of folk are getting out of marriages today because they don't like the heat that comes in the relationship of getting to know one another. You didn't act like that when I was dating you, and now look how you talk. You wasn't talking to me like you talking to me now, and I want to take this thing back and I get up out of here because, see, hey, this ain't right, and this ain't the way it's supposed to do. And then we neglect to remember that we made a vow before the Lord that I'm going to stay with you through the thick and the thin. And when the thin gets shown up thin, I'm going to still be with you trusting God. See, I said I take you just like you said you take me. So I'm going to hold on to you tight as I can, like I said that I would, and pray to God to give me the grace never to let you go.
Hallelujah.
But see, now if you got a pastor who's on his second or third wife, he can't discourage you about leaving your first one. I might well tell you the truth anyway. Let's see what the Bible has to say about it. Verse number 1, 1 Corinthians chapter number 7. Now concerning the things whereof he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. See, we need to offer you that information during marriage counseling. You better all by yourself if you know that you can't control yourself. Why? Because a little bit of something on the after I say I do is not going to hold you when they start talking crazy to you. Oh, Lord, let me just make it plain for you. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, those who can't control yourself, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. If you got your own means that's yours and that's it. You don't get no extra ones. It's that one right there. But notice we go on to say, let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. That means don't put him on cold shower alert and a dry dock. When you do that intentionally in a marriage, you are defrauding the other spouse. Just want to make sure you understand. I ain't that coming up in here the way he talked to me. No, that's not the way it works. Do benevolent means just that. It's do and be good with it. Benevolence means good, don't it? Okay, it's the truth anyway. I'm going to help you. Hallelujah. Watch this here. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife. Your wife say, come here. You better go running. Your husband say, come here. You better go running. Hallelujah. Defraud ye not one the other. Ain't that in there? Mm-hmm. Except it be with consent for a time. That means you ain't even supposed to plan a fast without talking to me, Sister Jackie. I got to make this personal so the rest of y'all don't try to get no attitude with me. See what I'm saying? In our house, ain't no honey, I'm fasting. No. It's honey, do you mind if I fast on a particular day? And if I'm really spiritual, it's more like, honey, we need to be fasting together. Oh, you can get something done with both of us on the same page. But Sister Jackie, look what it said. that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer. That's the only time I'm supposed to hear no, unless it's your turn. And come together again, right after you get through. Come on back together. That Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. Now I'm going to pause here to help some of y'all before I get to the section dealing with folk who are married to people who ain't saved. See, it's just a friendly reminder that if judgment begins in the house of God and you in the house of God, I need to deal with this while you in the house, because this kind of stuff is what get you run up out of here. You see what I'm saying? Watch this here. So you non-married folks, you just bear with me, because you're going to need to have an understanding in case you got some ideas.